Before I start my talk, I'll play a nice thing. Mahadeva Shiva Shambho. Sid has played it for me. It's so lovely, wonderful. Listen and enjoy. Then I start my talk for you to suffer.
Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Shri Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Shri Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Shri Marakoti Sundara Prabhu 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 Shri Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Sahasrakoti Janapalana Sahasrakoti Janapalana Sahasrakoti Janapalana Sahasrakoti Janapalana Sadhu Samrakshana Pavana Sadhu Samrakshana Pavana Sadhu Samrakshana Pavana Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Sahasrakoti Janapalana Sadhu Samrakshana Pavana Sadhu Samrakshana Pavana Sadhu Samrakshana Pavana Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Shri Marakoti Sundara Prabhu Shri Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Sarveshwara Karunakaramurte Sarveshwara Karunakaramurte Samagana Priya Veda Bhute Sarveshwara Karunakaramurte Samagana Priya Veda Bhute Parameshwara Gangadhara Kirte Parameshwara Gangadhara Kirte Parameshwara Gangadhara Kirte Parameshwara Gangadhara Kirte Patita Pavana Shri Pashupate Patita Pavana Shri Pashupate Patita Pavana Shri Pashupate Mahadeva Shiva Shambho Parameshwara Gangadhara Kirte पतित पावन श्री पशुपते पतित पावन श्री पशुपते पतित पावन श्री पशुपते महादेव शिव शंभो श्रीमात कोटि सुंदर प्रभो श्री महादेव शिव शंभो.
Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna, Sri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Seeing the divine presence in every moment of our life. Is it the topic? So, in Ramcharitmanas of Tulsidas Ji Maharaj, there is one couplet, they call it as Chaupai. It is said, Kamihi Nari Pyari Jimi, Lobhihi Priya Jimi Dam, Timi Raghunath Nirantar, Priya Lagahu Mohiram. Like for a greedy person, he cannot think of anything except money, money, money. For him, money is the only thing. One such person, he happened to go with us. Rather, I have gone with him. He, his wife, and 2 kids, and myself. We went to Shimla in Himachal Pradesh just for a 2 days, 3 days vacation. And after we reached there, nice Airbnb, perfectly done. So we are planning now what we are going to do. So my friend said, Swami, you plan what is to be done. I just take a round and come. I got some work. He took the car and went to Shimla and came back after 2-3 hours. Meanwhile, we have enjoyed our food and all that, nice drama, movie, everything. And then we have to leave next day in the morning at about 7 o'clock. This was planned. He didn't say anything. When we were going, he said, Swamiji will excuse me, you please go ahead. I will not come. I got some urgent assignment. I said, all right, we are going to enjoy, so you are enjoying. So his wife and 2 kids and myself and the driver. We spent the whole day enjoying beautiful places. Came in the evening, tired, exhausted, and he said, Swamiji, I know you are tired, but you have to do one thing for me. Don't say no. I said, yes, तुम्हारा नमक खाया है, how can I say no? So, what? Please come with me to Shimla. So, the whole family, myself, we went to Shimla. And there, could you imagine? He said, Swamiji, you have to inaugurate my restaurant. I said, how come? You never told you have... No, I didn't have it. I came here, took a survey, and found there is no vegetarian restaurant here, and particularly South Indian vegetarian restaurant. And therefore, I had a partnership with this restaurant, and I want you to inaugurate. I said, don't ask me to make dosa. Now, what for we had gone there? For a vacation and enjoyment. And where was his mind? Money, money, money. Wherever they go, they think only about money, nothing else. That commitment towards money, when it is shifted from money to God, then you will see God's presence in every moment of your life. Normally, when something good thing happens, we as if oblige God. Oh, by God's grace, my son, got married. Now, God has got better things to do than get your useless son married. And then after some time, something goes wrong, and then the same useless son is liberated from the prison and he is again happy. Meaning, separation happened. Swamiji, why this is happening to my son? This is the fourth time. I see he has become expert now. Repeating. See? So when something good happens, we are obliging God by telling, by His grace, things are happening. A real devotee is the one who is able to smell the divine grace, even the worst experience of life. See, friends, it is only a fashion to say, by God's grace, Swamiji, and by your grace, and blah, blah, blah. Like you must have read, studied the how to write letter, uh, 101 letters by Dale Carnegie. Standardize in the same manner. When I receive many times, this WhatsApp, standardize. Swamiji, by God's grace and your blessings and our elders' good wishes, blah, 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 I got married. I said, if you get wishes, you will not get married. It's a curse. See, friends. Therefore, we have to recognize that like the sun, sun, like the sun cannot give darkness. In the same manner, the Lord never does anything bad to us. He is helpless, He cannot. But for us, things should happen according to my wish. And such people call it devotion to the God and love for me. Swamiji, we have prepared this thing out of great love for you. Please eat, please eat. It's okay, your love, but if I eat, I will die. Never mind. Eat. Eat, friends. Therefore, we have to remember this principle. Nothing happens without divine intervention. See? Now the problem is that God whose grace we have to see, where is He? And then initially when we are in KG1, KG2 class, that time how do we calculate the sums? 2 plus 2 is equal to 4. 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. It looks beautiful for the child, is it not? But now you are grown up, going in college. The same question. Hey, 2 plus 2 kids. Wait a minute. 1, 2. Will it look good? When are we going to rise? When we are going to graduate out of these KG1, KG2? See? Don't seek God. Let Him express through us. He's suffocating inside. God's suffocation is our misery. See, friends. And therefore, we have to practice first that everything happens in our life and everywhere only as divine grace. And the divine grace will come to us according to our need. See, as is the disease, so is the medicine. One example I had given recently. I was in a hospital and had some problem, probably with the stomach and all that. So they put me in the hospital. And in my room, there was another patient, young man, and two of us. That time I was also young. So they used to give me barley water and boiled rice, and that upper one, that one. And to that boy, they were giving very good food. So the disgusting in me came out. And see, because I am a Swami, I am poor, they are giving me bad food. And to him, see, he is the rich person. Oh, my mind started. And then, after 2, 3 days, I was fed up of that useless barley water and all that. And he was fed up of that rich food. He decided, I am not going to eat anything. Useless. Every day the same thing. I said, look here. Annam brahmeti vyajanat. Annadeva kalvimani bhutani jayante. Annena jatani jivanti. Therefore, don't waste food. But I don't want to eat. I said, never mind, I will eat. Because I wanted to have good food. See? Then I ate that. And all the readings became completely upside down. My case became very serious. Doctors came, nurses came, and the doctor scolding the nurses, who gave him, who gave him. When I found that poor nurse will get punishment, I said, look here, doctor, I have only taken because you are giving me the rubbish food and such a lovely food in front and you can't eat. I said, I can't control myself. I ate it. Then he said, I thought you are a Swami, therefore you understand. I said, therefore I don't understand. Why you are not giving me good food? Then he said, you are suffering from amoebiasis and you have a terrible disease of the stomach called as melena, M-A-L-I-N-A. I said, thank you. At least the name of the disease is good. Like, Lavina, Melina. So he said, it is not a matter of joke. You will die with this kind of thing. So they put a tube inside, pumped it out. Now, what was necessary for me, that was alone given by the doctor. For the doctor, I was not an enemy and that person was not a friend. In the same manner, every single thing that happens in our life is for our good. Nothing bad happens. See? But we being Indians are thinking more than required. See? If Indians are given freedom, they will start teaching God. See? They are more intelligent than a God. It is so important, my friends. Therefore, again and again, we have to recognize this, that we are here for our evolution, and in that process of evolution, whatever is required, the God is providing us. Now take your Bhagavad Gita first chapter. If Bhagwan Krishna had not created a problem for Arjun, he will never ask him. See? There was no need. But Bhagwan created a problem. And what was the problem? He told you have to fight not with the enemies. You have to fight with your nears and dears. Come on, fight. See, there was no need to tell. But he created that situation. And then Arjuna became Vishad, tragedy, frustration. Then only he has started inquiring about life. See, when the dream is very good, you are owning a helicopter and you are yourself flying that, and your beloved girlfriend is with you, and you are going in a good mood. Do you think such a dream will break? But in that dream, if that helicopter falls, in the same manner, when everything is goody goody, goody goody, goody goody, this waking dream will not break. See, it is so important. Kunti Mata told Bhagwan Krishna, all those who are asking you for goody goody things, please give them. To me, give problems. Because whenever problems come, I think of you. Therefore, it is extremely necessary to make this firm resolution in our life. Nothing happens to us to hurt us or to trouble us. It is for our evolution. Now, if you see the plants are pruned. Is the pruning done to kill the plant? Because of the pruning, they can grow better. See, exactly the same way. First, we have to recognize the divine grace in and through all the experiences of our life. Insist on this. And for that, the simplest way is, why this is happening? Hari Ichcha. Simple. Like when I was coming, the other person, when I went, Swami, next time when you come, you have to stay with us. I said, Hari Ichcha, relax. How simply life becomes. But we want, okay, I will decide. We cannot decide even whether to sneeze or not. You must have seen sometime, you get a mood of sneezing. You say, excuse me, and it doesn't come. There also failure. See, friends, therefore, first we have to bring the element of divine grace in every event of our life. First. Then what happens? Then our direction of our life changes from dogward to Godward. See? The other day, somebody asked me, Swami, you don't like dogs. Why? I said, because I like God. Why should I worry about dogs? No, but they say, Bhagwan Dattatreya was having, 4 dogs with him. I said, his dogs were not maintained in a AC condition. See? And do we love every dog? No. My dog, my honey. See? Human being kiss a girl or a boy. What is the dog kissing? They provide the organic salt to the dog. Chatak, chatak, chatak. See, friends, we are here only to focus attention on the divine. So first of all, we don't get too much involved in this world. The purpose of our life is that we are an instrument through which the divine can express. This is the most important principle of life. See, like he was playing that duffly. That duffly had no purpose. It is kept in that box. It remains there only. The one who is holding it He has a purpose to make noise. In the same manner, we are created by Him for His purpose. And His purpose is what? Anandadeva kalvimani bhutani jayante. His purpose is that we become an instrument so that we are able to express Him through us. And His expression is only bliss and happiness. No other expression. Now, what is bliss and happiness? Living at zero complaint level. No complaints. And then slowly we will stop seeking God outside in different events, but we will start discovering His message within our heart. And the message is very simple. Instead of struggling to seek God, we allow Him to express. The other day, this Vidya took me to that pond. What is the pond near your house? Some kind of pond. Karbala pond. Karbar pond. And when I saw that, I told her, I said, see here, this pond. Somebody, I said, don't tell me beauty and all that. Learn something. What is that? I said, see, it's all covered with a very thin layer of leaves. The leaves are so small, like the size of a sesame seed. But they are completely covering. You cannot see the water. You don't have to create water. Simply remove that and the water is there. In the same manner, we don't have to seek God. Remove this on Him. See? And what is that? It is covering Him behind us. Is a thick tarpaulin level of desires. It is not so thin. See? We go to the God and do namaskar. See? When I do namaskar, over. On that also there are questions. Swamiji, how come you come here and you get a special treatment and you don't have to stand in the queue and they allow you to stand as much as you want before God, but you do namaskar, touches and go ahead. What is this? And to us, they push ahead. Go ahead, go ahead. Why? I say, look here. Longer the list of demands, longer is the namaskar. Krishna, do this, do this, do this, do this. Okay, don't forget. I forgot. Again, second namaskar. The three namaskar are meant for. Should not forget a single demand again. But then does it mean you don't ask? I said, yeah, I did ask. I only once. And He granted me. What is that? I said, only one thing you ask if you have to ask from God. Oh Lord, let there be no hatred for anything, anybody, anytime, even in the dream, even for fun in our whole life. This is divine presence. Now at this moment, there is no thought pertaining to your body at this moment. Whether you are a man or a woman, Indian or not Indian, in India or in America, rich or poor, none. This thought free being is recognition of divine grace in our life. Yamai vesha vrunute tena labhyaha tasesha atma vivrunate tanum swam. Upanishad says. Again, Ramcharitmanas, when Bhagwan Rama appeared, born, there the writing is Bhaye Prakata Krupala Dina Dayala. Bhagwan does not get born, he manifests. Yame Vesha Vrunate Tena Labhyaha. He is where he is not, that he has to come from a distance. See, only we have to recognize, that's all. There is a text, Tripura Rahasya, very deep and very extremely wonderful text, which has influenced my life to a great extent. There the guru is wife, the disciple is husband. And there she tells him that every one of us undergo nirvikalpa samadhi dozens of times every day, but we don't recognize that. Waking experience we know, we recognize, we are in waking. Dream experiences we know, this was a dream. Deep sleep experience we know, this was a deep sleep. But we do not know. This is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. This is Nirvikalpa Samadhi. Hold on to this. And when this practice of Nirvikalpa Samadhi continues again and again, again and again, then be attentive. Then the divine will start expressing through us. And that expression is living at zero complaint level. Nothing to do, nowhere to go. Life is a time pass. देखो सुनो मत बोलो. ना कुछ पाना, ना कुछ खोना. Nothing to gain, nothing to lose. All problems are because of wrong thinking. Correct your thinking. Problems are not required to be solved. They get dissolved. Our condition is like this example I have quoted number of times. We stand in front of the mirror, and a bird also stands in front of the mirror. Phenomena is the same. We will see our reflection in the mirror. The bird will also see. So what is the difference between the two? We stand in front of the mirror from different angles. But when the bird stands in front of the mirror, who is there? Somebody is there. Go and pecking. Hit. I think he's also hitting me back. I will hit him more now. And then let me check where he is. Goes behind the mirror. Oh, he's not there. I think he has run away. Again he comes. Oh, it's still there. Now I have to do something. I have to do something. What I have to do? Let me do charity. He does charity. Still there. Oh, charity is not the way. Then let me do yoga. He does asana, pranayam, moola bandha, jalandhar bandha, every kind of thing. Nothing happens. It's still there. I think I should chant the Lord's name. Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya, Om Namah Shivaya. Oh, still there. Om Namah Shivaya is not helping. What should I do now? He may do anything in his life. He cannot get rid of the reflection. This story of the birds is our story. We cannot live without body identification. Like, we cannot stand in front of the mirror, not we, anything which comes in front of the mirror will be reflected. You cannot stop it. In the same manner, body identification will happen. You cannot stop it. Then, what we do with reflection, what the bird does with the reflection, bird takes the reflection as real and suffers. We take the reflection, but not as real. Exactly the same way, we have to live with body identification, but we take it so serious, real. Zero logic behind this. The body is not created by us. Nobody told us that you are body, but we hold on to that wrong notion. See? And accepting oneself to be body is only bhavana. We have bhavana means what? Man liya. We just accepted it. Everybody says, I am also like that. To know the truth, majority is not the law. See, majority say the sky is blue. Does it mean it is blue or what? Majority says the sunrise or sunset. There is no sunrise, sunset. Majority says horizon is far away. That doesn't mean it is true. In the same manner, all of us say body identification is real. Then continue. Here the God's grace comes. In Avadhuta the first mantra is Ishvaranugrahat eva pumsam advaita vasana mahadbhaya paritranad vipranam upajayate. If God's grace is showering on us, how do we know? Ishvaranugrahat eva. By the God's grace only, satsanga comes in our life. By God's grace only, we are committed to inquiry. What is this world? Who am I? Who is God? What is spiritual practice? When we thus are able to focus our attention for something higher in life, then lower things will automatically drop. Is it not? As children, we are so much attached to the toys and everything. But as we grow, we don't have hatred for those toys, but we are not anymore enchanted by them because we are grown up now. In the same manner, when are we going to grow up in life? Living as the body, for the body, on everybody throughout life, and then worried about, oh, Swamiji, what happens after death? People are happy. See, the more we are able to thus contemplate that every event is helping us to withdraw from body identification. See? It's so important, my friends. So, how do we know God's grace? Now we again start learning from our every experience. If you ask me what is spiritual practice, I'll tell you only one thing. Learn from every experience of your life. Don't go in search of a guru. Don't run here and there. What we do normally, we catch hold of some guru, hang him on the wall, remain there, don't come down. Guru crucified. See, friends, real guru is your ability to learn from every experience of your life. Remember this thing, nothing can be taught. Everything has to be learned. There is one Upanishad, Kaivalya Upanishad. There the student goes and approaches the teacher. Adhihi Bhagavan Brahma Vidyam Varishtam Sada Sadbihi Sevyamanam Nigudham Yaya Chira Sarva Papam Vyapoya Parat Param Purusham Yati Divyam. O Lord, kindly tell me Brahman. Adhihi Bhagavo Brahmedi. Guru Maharaj says, Shraddha Bhakti Dhyana Yoga Davai. You learn. I cannot teach you. For a Aurangzeb like me, even if Sakshat Saraswati Devi comes and tries to teach me Sare Gama Padanisa, she will fail. She cannot teach me. See, nothing can be taught, everything has to be learned. So is in case of spiritual life. See, friends. But normally we will, oh, please teach me. Nothing, you will learn. Now, this we can learn from our day-to-day experiences of life. Then you will learn and know, really, by God's grace only I am here. See, friends, if we are sincere within, look around in this world. There are many superior, capable people than us who are still lingering on the roadside. There are many of them. See? One of my friend, he has a technician, those who take out the blood and do all things. He is a qualified doctor who has worked for 35 years in Germany. Now he is here because in this country you require certain criteria to practice. Because he has not completed that criteria, he is working only as a lab assistant. But he is far superior than the original doctor with whom he is working. Tell me? And we are not able to recognize divine grace at every moment that is happening. See, friends. Therefore, we have to learn every day from every experience of our life. So, what we have to learn, number one, stop complaining about your own mind. This question comes to us every Swamiji, what you tell is very simple, very clear. But the mind doesn't listen to me. What should I do? Jump below a running train. Upanishad says, Nayamatma balahinena labhya. The truth is not for those who are weakling and dropouts. Be strong enough. Arjuna was crying only. What Bhagavan Krishna? He did not join Jugalbandi with him. He was crying, Kadam Vishmamam Sange Dronam. This is how actually Arjuna said. But these chanting fellows, Kadam Vishmamam Sange Dronam, nobody cries, yeah, they don't like that, but they do like that. See? So that time Bhagavan Krishna did not join with him in Jugalbandi. Oh, no, no, beta, don't cry. Okay, we'll go home, okay? We will not fight the war. No, he gave him one. See? Klaibhyam masma gama partha. If you want to really see divine grace on yourself, we remain inspired every moment in life. Negative thinking is doubt on his creation. Negative thinking is we are doubtful about his grace on our life. See? Negative thinking is we think ourselves to be someone superior. No. See? To see the divine grace in our life, this is the simplest way. Then we stop complaining and then we start working on the mind by our own experiences, our own experience every day we live. Now, for example, how I have learned whatever I have learned in my life. Once you have taken this approach to life, that everything we have to learn and grow wise, see, then no event is a failure in our life. If we learn from any event of our life, there is no failure in life. For example, a child, when he starts learning how to walk, he never goes to his mother and asks, Mommy, Mommy, please tell me, when you were a baby, how you were climbing, how you were walking. No, he never asks. Then, in his attempt, he falls down. Not once, twice, a dozen times. He doesn't give up because he has learned, okay, when I stand without support, I fall, okay. Then he will go near the wall. He is learning. See, that fall was not a failure. In the same manner, when we are thus able to learn from every single experience of our life, God's grace is showering on us. And if you are only complaining, oh Lord, no, see, you must have done in your life. Sometimes, the children, they are constantly after the mother. Mummy, 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 and that poor lady is busy with her work. Mummy, 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 what do you want? Mummy, mummy, what do you want? Mummy, mummy, take this chocolate. Mummy, mummy, array, what will that mother do? Give one heart. Stop this nonsense, money, mummy. Take that thing. Again, mummy, mummy. In the same manner, constantly making that Bhagwan Ram miserable. Ram, 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 Ram. What do you want? Ram, 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 Ram. He is talking to you, but you are not listening. See, God starts talking to us when we are having a positive approach in life. God expresses through us when we are no more complaining in life. God is expressing through us when we are committed to succeed. We are not here born just to live. Work hard, God's grace is there. And all these things come not from outside, it comes from within. See? Therefore, and what is within us? Inner strength. Inner strength is called as Shraddha. Many people have got wrong notion. Oh, I don't have blind faith. Faith is always blind. And faith is not weakness. It is inner strength. Do we know who is our mother? Somebody tells she is your mother. Mummy, mummy. Then that mummy whom we accepted only through blind faith. We don't ask the mummy, Mummy, show me your DNA card. Let me. No. We just accept. So that mummy tells, he is your father. Mummy, I don't trust. Sorry. See, friends, our very existence is based on the Shraddha, the faith. In the same manner, when you know, you don't require Shraddha. When you do not know, you require Shraddha. So if we do not know God's grace, never mind, then have Shraddha. And what is the Shraddha? Shraddha is that nothing happens in our life to make us miserable or torture. Every single event in our life is for our spiritual evolution. See, friends. Again, this example of Tulsidas Maharaj. He was having a very rare and different type of life. When he was born, his mother died and he had nobody to look after him. So he was taken by some sannyasi in an ashram and he was brought up there as an orphan. In his whole life, he has not come in contact with any woman, mother, grandmother, sister, no. Only among the male gents only. He grew up He studied in that ashram. Valmiki Ramayana, he heard from his guru 108 times, deeply involved, extremely intelligent. And then he used to give satsanga here and there. And during his satsang, one person saw, oh, he's a good boy, a nice match for my daughter. So he approached, and finally the marriage was done. Now that was the first time in his life that he came in contact with a woman, and that too as a wife. First time. You can imagine how much he must have been attracted, infatuated. And once it so happened, he was coming from his satsanga, and he started pouring in cats and dogs. And in that, like a Hindi cinema hero, in that all difficulties crossing, the Ganges were flowing, flooding, and on that one dead body was floating. He sat on that and somehow crossed and then climbed the tree and jumped into the house of his wife. And तुम्हारे लिए सात समुंदर छोड़ के आया हूं. She said, are you not disgusted? I am ashamed of you. For this dirty body of muscles, bones, filth inside, you have become so much mad. If you become that much mad for Rama, he will reveal himself to you. That one statement was enough for him to change, and he became Tulsidas. In today's world, okay, divorce, talak, 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 I'll find someone else. But that event was designed by the Lord. See, friends, it is extremely necessary. Take day-to-day examples. Learn. That is what I have been telling you again and again. Don't ask anybody. Learn. See, for example, we get sometimes toothache. Now, either toothache is given to us to punish or to make us suffer. No. To tell us, hey, something is wrong. Check it. Similarly, this is just one example. Anywhere, suppose you get, some kind of pain in the chest. It is not for making you miserable, but it is an indication you are going the wrong way. Check yourself. In the same manner, whenever we get hurt in life, understand we have to rethink about life. That hurting is God's grace. Valmiki Maharshi was hurt. He was a dacoit and killing everybody. When Narayanji told, you are doing all this thing for what? For your people. But they will not be sharing your sins. He said, no, no, they will. And he goes and asks. And when they deny, he gets the shock of his life. I have done so much for them. Now come back to you. I have done so much for my children. What they have done for me? Remember, children do not need parents. The truth of life is the parents who need the children. After marriage, when you are not blessed with the child, then you go from pillar to post. See, friend. But then, I have done so much for him, cry. See, the day you learn this from every experience of your life, that learning ability is descent of God in your heart. He is teaching us. Learning is always right. Learning is never wrong. From the wrong learning, you learn again. See? First, you learn that I have loved so much for my child, but now he doesn't care for me. So then you learn that really it was my mistake. That's it. In short, do not expect anything from anybody in this world. To put it in words, write off your rights right away before they perform your rights right now. We have no right in this world. Like, I keep on moving around the world. Now, here I am with Harish. Now, tell me what right I have got on him. No right. See? Suppose he tells Swamiji, enough, okay? Please find out another place for you. I can't say, why should I go in? No, I'm obliged. See? But what an arrogance we have got. I have done so much for you, can do nothing for nobody. Learn from these friends. Then we will become capable of seeing the divine grace in every moment. And the final touch. What is the divine grace in our life every moment? Are you at peace with yourself or not? If you are at peace with yourself, you are at peace with the whole world. But inside, we are not single. We are a large poultry farm. Cock, 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 cock. Stop that nonsense. He wants to talk. Chup. Cock, cock, cock. But I say, no, no, chup. God's grace. We have to remove our disgrace. Then His grace will come. See, friends, we only imagine that we are leading spiritual life. But I tell you, friends, we cheat ourselves the most. If you are really leading spiritual life, you start working on the following fronts. Number one, you stop talking to yourself. Number two, you will not insist on anything in this life. जो तारी रहा है सो मारी रहा है. Oh God, thy will be done. We are so obsessed with certain things. And this is how miss him. Don't miss him. And in short, the world outside will have no freedom to disturb us inside. Like a good driver is not disturbed by the traffic outside. In the same manner, a sincere spiritual seeker is not disturbed by what is happening outside. And for that, the spiritual practice is twofold. This I am incessantly telling shamelessly, although none of you practice. But this is the only way. Stop talking to yourself and listen to silence. If you do it sincerely, I tell you, as we can distinctly understand, lungi, underwear is other than me, to that same intensity and clarity, we experience the body, the mind, and I, nothing to do with me. Then our vision will change. And the change in the vision is, now our notion is, I am inside the body. Then we come to know the body is in me. When this happens, this is the last but one grace of God. Presently, our understanding is I am inside the body. When this starts becoming clear, distinct, vivid, that the body is in me, and this can happen only by understanding. There is no other way. What is the understanding? Space is in this hall, space is outside also. What is the difference between two spaces? Is same. Outside space doesn't become wet because of water. Inside space also doesn't become wet because of water. No difference. Then what is the truth? The truth is space is not in the hall. The hall is in the space. When the hall is destroyed, nothing happens to the space. First step. Second step. This is the phone. Where is the phone? Outside. When it is known, when it is included in my mind, that which is included in the mind, that alone is known to us, is it not? Sometimes it happens when I am taking food, some kind of rice goes and hangs on my beard. I don't know that. So it doesn't exist for me. Family, there is something dirty on your beard. Okay, remove slowly, don't push it. What is, show me? Rice. Is it a dirt or what? Am I eating dirt? See? That which is included in the mind, that alone exists for us, is it not? Now this is the phone included in my mind. Now where the knowledge is happening? The knowledge is happening in the phone or in me? In me. Therefore, the mind is outside holding on the objects. The same mind inside knowing the object. Therefore, the same mind is inside outside. And therefore, the body is in the mind. Mind is not in the body. By this understanding and practice, slowly, by God's grace again, we will be able to experience what it is like being a space. Everything is in the space. Space doesn't oppose anything. Space doesn't reject anything. But at the same time, space is not influenced by anything. So we start playing space. Don't do meditation. Play space. What it is like being space. After you conquer this front, then you come to the second one. Like the gross space has got gross contents, the mind space has got thought contents. So like the gross contents do not touch the gross space, similarly, no thoughts can touch the mind. So let the thoughts come and go, who cares? But we get carried away by the thoughts. What is God's grace? Two level. Number one, worldly things will have minimum impact on us. Second thing, thoughts will not be an issue. We will remain at peace under all conditions. Work in this direction, then you will discover God's grace is showering us every moment. See? Nothing is done, everything is happening. Are we doing breathing? Or breathing is happening? Are we digesting food? Digestion is happening. Are we circulating the blood in the body? No. Is the damaged tissue getting recovered? Are we doing anything? Everything is happening. So prakrute kriyamanani gunai karmani sarvashaha ahankara vimudhatma karta amiti manyate. But we have that arrogance. I have done this. Suffer. Nobody can help us. Therefore, recognizing divine grace every moment is possible when we are at peace with ourselves. I am not telling you do japa. I am not telling you give donation. I am not telling you go to Himalayas. I am not telling you do meditation. Only simply, this can be practiced anywhere, sitting in the chair. If we can remain without talking to ourselves for 1 minute, that means there is a possibility. See? Slowly extend this. One day, by His grace, it will click. Spiritual evolution is a click. Like you all must have learned riding a bicycle as well as swimming. Now tell me what exactly we do when we have the balance. There are some people, they just can't have the balance. Nothing can be taught to them. They cannot learn. Same thing with the swimming. See, some small kids, they swim. 3 years, 4 years, they swim. And some elderly people, they just can't swim. Whatever you may teach them. Because it's a learning process. You learn. Nobody can teach you. Give it a try and be happy. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.